Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr, and today we continue with the campaign. Today's mission is a campaign mission for the Terra Incognita quest series, and it's called Looking for Information, so we'll jump right into it and talk a little bit about last time. So previously we entered the Triglav subsystem. It had been cut off from us for a long time, and it seems we were able to gain access once again and transport there. Now this seemed quite sinister in nature, and it turns out the Drukhari had invaded the Triglav subsystem. The Triglav subsystem decided to cut off all forms of usual transport to access the system because they believed themselves to be compromised. Good guys tried to contain it, but now we're here. We've gained access again. So we came across Drukhari, what I assume was probably a succubus, called, I think, Mahazi Zitek. She called us Monkey. Big human monkey, you know. Very difficult to remember the name of that. I had to look it back, and I might have even still got it wrong. We didn't get to kill her, though.
You are approaching an Astromalarian base on a world that has been cut off from the Imperium for decades. I must call your attention to the potential consequences of the extended lack of strict military supervision.
My task is to shed light on it.
That's what I was talking about. Look at these disgraceful buffoons. Shabby formation, unknown insignia, evident lack of discipline, no senior officer in sight.
When morale sinks low, depravity and laziness sets in. Attention, guardsmen. Inquisitor taking command. You were right, Thor. They were imposters, ready to spit on Imperial authority.
What scum! A disgrace to the uniforms of their venerable ancestors.
So they're working together with rebel mercenaries. I think, to me, it seems that what's happened is they've managed to subdue the Imperial forces that were here and assume control of them because they overpowered them. But man, I have to say, it's kind of nice to see something a bit different to just chaos and rebels all the time. It's making for a nice difference. But, I mean, the thing with the Dark Eldar, and I think it's the same in their models as well, effectively they use a lot of poisons and stuff. Oh, hello, big fella. I'll get to you in a moment. I'm a little bit busy. Grotesque. Well, he's dead as hell. Anyway, pardon my cough there. I am a little bit unwell. In the previous episode, we actually managed to get to the data vault that we were looking for to see if we could find out any information about what had happened, but it had been completely destroyed by the xenos. So the Dark Eldar had made sure to destroy any traces of what could have possibly happened. And following this, we spoke with Omicron back on the ship, and he informed us that he managed to not detect any significant proof of life. No, I mean that's not to say there isn't something significant in terms of Imperial life. Ow, I am getting absolutely lit up. Oh, that was getting a little bit ropey, not gonna lie. Surprisingly so. I want to say maybe it's the Dark Eldar's poison weapons and the damage is adding up, but I don't know. I didn't pay enough attention, to be fair. As I say, I've been a little bit unwell at the moment, so I'm not 100% focused in what I'm doing, but I'm doing my best. I realised at the time of recording this, actually, So on the 7th of December, I should have had another Final Fantasy upload. It's the second one I've missed. I've had like a week on, week off going on with it. Which, while, you know, it's not ideal, it doesn't get the viewership that this does, so I'm trying to sort of prioritise what works best or what people want to see. I know my viewership isn't large anyway. It's not really the point, though, is it? Trying my best to just keep firing out some content for people that do want to watch it. Yeah, and it seems that this is working best for me. I've looked at potentially, because I know there's, obviously this is kind of like a Diablo-esque game, so to speak. But, oh, got the clue. Oh boy, I hate myself sometimes really do those, but they left us here in the darkness and the Highborn are here too. Boy's first sniff.
Let's see what his personal possessions tell us.
My man been snorting cocaine or something. Space cocaine. Corrupted someone. Boom. But yeah, obviously this is kind of like a Diablo clone in a way, so to speak. I know it's not always the best way of looking at it, but I mean, Diablo is the way I remember it, and I think most people sort of know that Diablo kind of made this sort of space what it is. So yeah, that's what we call it for the time being, at least anyway. I know there's essentially a Warhammer Fantasy version, featuring the what are they called? Yuba's Right 4? Or something like that, from Vermintide. It's Warhammer Chaos Bane. I may look at potentially doing that as an alternative if this obviously ends up tailing off because I don't know the so-called campaign missions. Although these are more like side campaign missions, really. But yeah, I think that might be another good one to look at because it kind of follows the same theme. And I figure if this is kind of getting the viewership, it's kind of the same universe in a way. Well, this is a futuristic sense, but you know, more of a fantasy-esque version of this sort of playstyle. So yeah, I mean, I think that would be a good alternative.
Ready to investigate those transmissions.
Right, let's get this.
Standing by to analyze inloaded data.
Come on, Omicron, what you got for me, boy? You get that data. Oh, cogitator. Commander Gilbert. So euphoria doses.
I finished clearing out the base.
Treacherous Imperial Guard, serving the Dark Elder. The taint runs deep in this subsector.
It's hardly surprising. The warp surges have left entire systems abandoned for too long, far from the light of the Emperor. On the other hand, this is new. The Dark Elder systematically corrupting entire systems for decades. The Conclave has to know about this.
You need to purge this system thoroughly and without mercy, and you cannot trust anyone here anymore.
Nice. Well, that marks the end of this episode. It's a relatively short one. Apologies for my cough. But hey, we learned a bit more about the Dark Elder. It's not really about too much enslavement, more so about them giving them drugs by the sounds of it. Yeah, so leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Take care.